training completed.
Your children are the future of approved educational facilities protect them from the threat of corruption, because their purity is their salvation. When thine actions are in light's name, thou art immortal. Book of Trials 2:1. Capsules enlist in the 24th Imperial Crusade and taste true immortality. Insurance providers wish to remind claimants that only the Theology Council may declare events as acts of God.
Should have adjusted my nose. Hold on. We'll do that in a second. Greetings, pals. Today is Friday, April 24th. Sure is. We are gonna just do some probes, but I'm probably gonna start off with like a little bit of mining, question mark. Perhaps. Why?
Receive only the best from the games.
The internet's apparently being sus. Why? Hopefully that clears up. No idea why it's happening. We'll see. Problematic if true. Alright, cool. Whatever. Seems fine.
Broadcasting public sentencing for heretics. Witness the righteous justice of the only true power.
Okay. Being a bit weird, bro. But that's fine. Always do. Is it still lagging? It should have cleared up now. Nah, it's probably my internet. It's doing something weird. Is it still lagging? I'm on an ad. Yeah, I think it was just having like a moment of sorts. How are you though? I am gonna watch The Boys today. I've been binge watching it actually.
Surround yourself with the faithful. Thought is the instigator of sin. Scripture shows the way. Report sins and sinners to their Maker for absolution.
Anyways, let us do this. We're not in the right one. Let's go run like one mining mission just because I feel like it, and then we shall start on our probing adventure. Yes, as always. Nice. You sure are. How was your day today? How are you doing? Excuse me. I watched watched several episodes today. I remembered that, like, if I just log into WoW, it makes me like 100,000% more productive. Like, just logging into the game and just sitting there. Do. Hello, hi Elf. Yeah, my day's it's good. It's a Friday. How was your day today? Better now that I am in a video game. Not that it wasn't all day long, but it's nice to be done with all of my jazz for the day. All the jazz. Do. Triangles. You can right-click the mining surveyor to open a separate mining window. Which one's the mining surveyor? I don't know what that means, to be honest. We're just doing this one mining thing, just to, like, enter the game. But then I'm gonna go probe some stuff. Also, hello, how are you today? Hope you guys are all having a good day. Oh. Neat. Is that right? Interesting. Graphs. Have you guys seen The Boys? Have you watched it? It's really fun. I know, right? I too can't. Oh, I mean, we've been working real hard on that one. No. I know, I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Don't put all your ducks in a basket before they're bathed. But they are trying. They try really hard. I just don't want them to get too, like, banged up, you know, because they still have more games to play, so you want to be gentle. Because everybody's just like, rah, tomorrow's going to be a bloodbath, and I'm like, or we shouldn't do that. We should just gently, because, you know, you don't want to put all your feelings out in the first series. And, like, we have more to play. Nice, that sounds lovely. And fairly chill. Mine away. Yeah, they've been so strange though, like, because they're obviously trying for penalties. I think that's their like approach to it, is to just try to get as many penalties so that they can try and score on a power play, but I think that's a little bit of an interesting approach. But whatever, to each their own. We'll see how it goes. Just as long as we get one more game, like all I care about is that we just get the series and then we can continue onwards. It would be also nice for them to get it tomorrow because then they can rest until like after May 2nd. So it's like it's a nice long break. Yeah, I know, right? Like, what is that? I'm just so surprised that he was like such a big deal, because I'm like, why? Like, was it just that? Was it that he's good at like acting and then he would get penalties and that's how, like, I don't know. When he was a thing, I was like pretty young, so I remember all the like boys in my class would be excited, but I didn't really like care much, so I don't know what made him super cool. But this being my first kind of really like big ol' introduction to him and his antics, I'm pretty disappointed myself. Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure he didn't even score a goal in the past 3 games. So like, is he? Like, he doesn't seem to be very different from any of the other players, to me at least, but also I didn't follow their team, so I have no idea. I might be mistaken, you know, but he doesn't seem very like out of the ordinary or special. There's like players on our team that do like better, players than other teams that are better. I guess he's old now though, so old for hockey or whatever. Again, ain't nothing wrong with a 38-year-old man.
The asteroid.
Greetings, friend. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe after this finishes, I'll like go and look up some of his like younger days things. But from what I've heard, like he's like always been a bit of an actor. Just makes me wonder if he's like chosen the right career for himself. But like he's retiring, who cares? Who cares? No one's older than 40 in the NHL anymore, apparently. Yeah, well, like, even UFC, right? It's, like, usually, like, past 35, like, 35 to 40 is usually, like, where your stuff starts going down. I'm sure it's because of, like, injuries, mostly. Yeah. But, like, that doesn't mean the age of 40 is old. Like, I don't think that you're old at that age. Or that, like, you know, once you retire from... That's why I keep saying, like, we should have, like, a secondary competition team. Brother, listen, Dana White is still peaking. He strikes with his mind now. That was... One of the guys was, like, talking from... Because I follow the, like Russian Dagestan, but also Dagestani camps. They have, like, beef between Moscow and Dagestan, and, like, it's, like, a whole thing. Anyways, and one of the coaches was talking about how, like, after a certain age, once you, like, go past that, like, 35 or, like 40 mark, let's say, like, you should start working with your brain instead of your muscles. And I'm like, exactly. like if you're gonna do high competitive sports, you're also gonna get injured a lot, and so it's like, you know, how are you gonna compete against like a child that's never had an injury and has their full body intact, you know? Makes sense. But we still should have like a secondary league, or I guess they go into like coaching and make gyms and shit like that. He strikes with his mind. Yeah. It only started for me like once I got injuries. And it happened at 25. Like, they really do be telling you, they're like, you know, it's all downhill after 25. And you're like, ah, bullshit. And then it happens and you're like, I should have believed. But it does change. Like, injuries really do change your life. And then, like, crawling out of those injuries. But also, like, then once you do, you're structurally not the same. And I think it's also psychological. Like, you don't want to fuck around on that shit, because why? Yeah, right? It's rough. The human growth hormone, like, as soon as that shit is gone, because you're, like, so fucking hopped up on, like, human growth hormone, and, like, naturally, right? Until puberty ends, which is, like, 25 to 27, and it's, like, brutal. Just brutal. So fast. Hits you like a fucking brick wall. Nice. Yeah, it's incredible. I'm stoked for my 30s, actually. I'm pretty excited. There's people out there though that, like, you know, they just keep exercising, and I feel like you definitely as like a human get to peak at like 35. Like you've got your full adult body and you're like ready to do stuff, and you know because also like your brain, like you don't have a brain until you're 27. I felt it. I felt my frontal lobe grow in, and all of a sudden things were like so much less spicy, and I was like, wow, this is what it's like to like not give a shit about every small detail of everything, or like it was just like emo night every night in my brain until 27 hit, and I was like, why am I even bothered about that? Daddy issues tattoo. Listen, not gonna lie though, I'm gonna get a gritty tattoo. Like, lack of frontal lobe is still there. Yeah, I have all sorts of questionable stuff. Actually, not that much. It's more about how I got the tattoos that's questionable. I went through like a whole entire stick and poke phase, and I don't regret any of my tattoos, but I definitely want some of them covered up and reprocessed. Yeah, it's crazy. Truly is. Which is why I believe that we need to have a category where like youth doesn't really end until 27, because like you shouldn't be trusted with big decisions until after 27. Can't do it.
The asteroid is depleted.
Pew pew time. No pew pew time. Pew pew time was yesterday. But we are gonna go figure out that probing situation. Make like alien.
Warp drive
Ow.
active.
But yeah. It'd be cool to pew pew maybe. Perhaps I should follow your lead with that. Better probe someone than be probed. It's true. I was gonna call it Friday probing, but then I was like, I don't know if that's too inappropriate. She says, swearing like a sailor.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Might be a projection of their issues. Yeah, especially I don't know, like children. But then there's also like there's a lot of people out there over the age of 28 that just like have psychological issues or something, you know, that do all sorts of crazy things. Because there's also trauma, right? Like, and trauma stunts your brain too quite a bit. Or like narcissists. Or like any other combination of issues. So who knows? Some people don't ever grow up. I have like beef with Gen X because like a lot of them, you guys have heard me yap about this so many times before, and like self-admittedly a lot of them are just like, we just didn't do anything and we just don't know how to exist. Beep boop snoop snoop. You're like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm 28 and I am like capable of like greater accountability and self-awareness than you are. Like, it's insane. Yeah. 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 Dude, like, Eastern European upbringing, shit was fucked. It was real bad. It was an experience. I saw this, like, I woke up this morning and like the first YouTube thing I saw was like this girl talking about this like rich lady, and you know those like mom influencers, but they're like rich mom influencers, and like all the kids are like super prim and proper, and she was talking about how like, oh, there's no like sounds in the background. This lady has like 4 kids, but then there's no sounds of children in the background of her videos. It's like they only talk when like they only say like very scripted shit, and how that's like really fucked up and blah blah blah. And I was like, and then like 2 seconds into it I heard like an Eastern European accent come out of her. I was like, I understand everything. Like, yeah, I was like flying by myself internationally, unaccompanied minor, at the age of 4. So you know, you really, that non-American upbringing trauma. But also America fucks up their kids too, like in completely different ways. So they you know,
The Lord sent forth the chosen to bring forth the light of faith. And those who embrace his love shall be saved by his grace. Book of Reclaiming.
great thing was, yeah, it's crazy the freaking mind games that people play. I am. Well, I'm actually on the cusp. I'm like right on the cusp of it, so I tend to oscillate between the two because most of my friends are also millennials, like more solidly millennials. I'm 97, so I'm like right there. But when I do internet activities, generally I will end up being lumped in with Gen Z, and for like a while I used to fight that because again, most of my friends are millennials. But then I also had some friends that are Gen Z, and so we ended up kind of 6-7, you know. Congratulations. What day of July? My birthday's on July 17th. July 17th, 1997. 777. Yeah, it's right there. You get to pick and choose. Yeah, weapon safety, exactly. Yeah, hey, oh, brother, oh shit, congratulations, we're gonna have a birthday times. Nice. 87 is a great year. So is 84. Let's go. Yeah, no, so it's weird. I agree with like a lot of things that Russia, nope, let's not say that. I agree with certain upbringing patterns, and I agree with like, because again, Russia's not just Moscow, it's like 2/3 of that country is in Asia. People tend to like not know or forget that, or like, and also like Moscow is just the administrative capital, like especially past the European part, the majority of like those spaces are actually like indigenous led, like not just indigenous, it's like Russia has like over 100 different like nationalities, right? So it's like it's a very like multicultural space, and we're very like connected to the earth and connected to the people. And like, yes, everybody, like all the males go through military training. It's like mandatory unless you're going into university, and then after that you still can go or not go depending on whatever. And like sometimes you have issues with it when you're a kid growing up and stuff, but there's also a lot of like opportunities, and they focus a lot on, you know, like family and culture, and, you know, figuring out what you like to do and then like making a career out of that. And because there's not so much consumer culture, you're kind of encouraged to then bond to all sorts of other things. Like the upbringing is just completely different. It's not so much Russian upbringing, it's more like when you're an immigrant and then you come here, and like the clash of those two cultures here tends to like do quite a bit of damage. But also, like, you know, the trauma of, like, again, 27 million people died in World War II, so the majority of that country is like, not that they're fucked up, but like there's a lot of there's just a lot of trauma like coursing through our veins. So it's an experience. And you kind of just like, you know, there's like the stuff that happens like within your household, but then there's also just this like undercurrent of like crazy shit that's happened that you just kind of, it's like so normalized because you can't really do anything about it, right? Like there's nothing you can do to like bring back like all your dead relatives and shit. So it's like a resignation to the experience. And also like the land itself like is fairly brutal sometimes. So there's a lot in there. But it's a lovely place. It's like, you know, I love you're raised like with the nature. Like you are to see, you know, the craziest thing here that I find is that like people struggle, like in America and Canada, like people struggle to give like respect to like people that are, you know, poor, or they're you know, addicts or whatever. And in Russia, like that never happens. Like you give the same respect to like a government person, like a politician, as you would to like an addict, and people all live together. So like in a community you'll have all sorts of people like struggling with all sorts of different things, but everybody's treated with the same respect. And also you like by law have to have somewhere you live. I don't know what that is. Like some people don't, some people do. But here it's like okay to not have empathy. It's like okay, like it's apparently like now against certain Christians that you're like not supposed to have empathy. Like it's just crazy for me to like watch that shit. Thank you, Jopa. I don't even have to wonder about that. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. Good luck Booga with your moving. Tank connected to pinto beans. Yeah, I'm connected to potatoes. Like I have like it's in my blood. Consumer culture is destroying USA. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And it's crazy because people are like freaking out now because they're like, oh my god, like my life is falling apart and blah 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 blah. And it's like, no, your life is not falling apart. You're just living like the rest of the planet now. Like even France is like a very like bougie ass country. Well, you know, but like they live at a much lower like expected standard of living. Like they don't have as much shit, they don't buy as much shit, they don't, all this plastic garbage that we like fill up our houses here, they don't do that. So it's just crazy to see it, and it's crazy to see like the stuff that people complain about, and it's wild to be watching this whole experience. I see. Good job. I'm glad you're entertained. I didn't notice any of those. Was that literally all today? Is today the... No, today's not the... Why say 25th? Oh, because it's 25th in WoW time. In Eve time, whatever. Good effort. I'm glad that you snuck all that by without me noticing any of it. But anyways, I'm sure it'll all sort itself out. Potatoes. What is this hat? Reha. Anyways, I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll either be fine or we'll not be fine. There's really only two options. Alright, let's go back to here. Vodka, yeah. It's actually a pretty good drink too, because like, you know, it's so much less sugar and all that jazz. Fantastic. I mean, not fantastic, I don't encourage drinking, but if you are gonna drink, don't drink sugar, drink just, there's a liquid that goes into, I used to make like fizzy water and mush up that sweet fruits and stuff. Hello, iceberg. How are you? Like mush up fruits and ice and stuff. Fantastic. You can add sugar. I think there's ads. I know, right? I fucked up, sorry. Darn it. I kept on trying to avoid it. I usually stop myself if you've noticed, but you're right. Oh well, it's out there now. Oh, internet. I've resigned to that too as well. I'm just like, you know, again, I'm choosing to do this as a career.
Drive active.
We're kind of stuck. Have y'all met teenagers? They will make so many fucking clips out of the dumbest shit. Just you know, like in Harry Potter where they have to like relax into the like vines and shit. That's what it's like. I'm making like a bracelet type thing. It's not a bracelet. That sounds silly goose. It's like I don't know what this is gonna be. Sometimes they end up as bracelets, sometimes they end up as belly beads, sometimes they just do whatever they do.
Drive active.
This is really messed up. Yeah, I guess I will. I don't know what to do with it yet. But I want to do one of those, like, spawn things. And then I was thinking of adding the whole, like, scare thing, but I also just, like, I'll get nightmares eventually, but then I'm just like, maybe I'll get used to it or something. So, I will add it. If you guys have suggestions, please feel free to, suggest away.
Drive active.
I know I keep saying that, but I will get her done within the next week or two. It is on my list. Maybe this weekend. I also am gonna need to change out of this sweater because it's way too hot. Way too hot.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Name my ship. No, actually, we should check if those containers are finished. Hydrate or drink with my points. Yeehaw. That sounds like fun. I too am a person that likes to tell people to drink water, because I think that if you drink water, it'll fix most of your issues. But I am gonna drink now. Jesus Christ, this movie has a lot of blood in it. So gory. Filmed in Toronto though. I remember one time we were walking downtown, we just like come out of the subway and there was this like loud ass explosion. We're like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, definitely not. But also like I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. We'll look around. There's like a few of them that I did like. And I need to do the emoji stuff too. The like add emojis to the blah blah blah. Anyways, we come out of the subway. There's this loud ass explosion, and then we like walked down the street. Because naturally you just don't react to that because it's Toronto. You never know. You're like, is it real or is it a movie? Who knows? One time we'll get back to that story, but one time I woke up in my school, woke up after like a bit of hangover, and I like am walking to my class. I went to U of T. I'm walking to my class and I open these doors and all I see is just a bunch of like military personnel and a bunch of people in like lab coats, and like you don't see lab coats outside a lab obviously. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm still sleeping or if I missed something or like if something happened last night. Turns out it was movie filming. Another time there was zombies in the school and they were filming like it's like Zombie High 2 or something like that it was called. And they had this party scene that they kept on having to refilm over and over again, like take several takes of it, and we were in class like doing like exam prep that day. I was just like, it is exam season, friends. It was exam season during summertime though, so perhaps that's why it was, but whatever. Anyway, so we walk outside and then we like turn the corner and keep walking, and there's all this police tape and just next to this building there's this crashed helicopter, and we just stood there for like a solid like 5 minutes just being like, is it real? Like, should we be worried? Are we having a terror attack right now? Because it was really, really quiet around. Turns out they were filming Suicide Squad. It in fact was not a terror attack. Yeah, that was a good day. Hilarious. See, now I don't feel as hot. I think we're okay. Alright, screw it. Something probes in our probe. We'll leave this here because I don't know how to use it yet. Alright. Which one is it? Is that wrong? No. God, I can't remember which one it was. This one. Huzzah. 10 signatures in our system. Okay. Let's go. Landman Season 2? Heck yeah. Have any of you guys seen Busboys yet? That's the one I really want to watch. Really want to watch. Yeah, go Theo Von. It's Theo Von and the guy that played Joe Dirt. Love that movie. Alright, what do we do? Open this thing. And then are we moving? Yes, we are moving to somewhere. Alright. This thing. And then we put it over one of these things. Did I say center it on screen, right? Yes. Nope. Do. Hi Noodle, how are you today? It's nice to see you. How is your adventures going? David Spade, yes, that man. Boss guys, huh? Bus boys. Bus boys. I'm only mellowed out right now. I get a lot less mellow. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I believe in you. You conquer that paperwork. Paper that work. I'm good. I'm tired today too. It's been a long week. I think it's been like a all around long week for everyone maybe. But it's nice to see you. How's the weather out there? I was literally, it was on my brain to message you. This green thing? Oh, did it like... What's this? Combat site. Cosmic signature. What's a gas site? Data training. I want to go here. Show me this. Let's go look at it. Oh. Come here. Have you played Eve, Danger Noodle? Hot and humid. That's good. Yeah, we're still oscillating between like kind of chilly and kind of not. Can you swim in the water though? I don't know if you do that. Hot and humid is never fun. Get the gas site. What about this data training site? All right. Okay, I'll do the gas site first, but I do want to do that other thing too. Do I have to go inside of it? That's okay. What are you playing now? I just got back into WoW, and I'm gonna start doing competitive PvP. I sure am. It's a good time because I talked to chat, and chat was like, "You should do this." I was like, "All right, cool." Bet. I also realized that I had a bloodthirst. Virtual bloodthirst YouTube. It's a virtual bloodthirst. Relax. Old school gaming, what? What? Training area. First tip, that sounds reasonable. Don't take anything he says seriously, Eisenberg. Or Iceberg. Yes, I fight the grass competitively. What are the goons doing? Pragmata. Nice. That sounds like fun. You guys keep saying that, but no, I do not know that. This is fine though. Like double click on what? I don't know what that did. I'm enjoying this game, I guess. You know how long it took me to get out of playing anything except for WoW. But then it got me back into playing WoW, so, you know. It's okay. I don't think anything's gonna take me away from that game. I love that game. But I haven't been down with the past 2 expansions after they introduced the new dragon flying thing. It's gonna break so many issues because there's so many different like mounts and things and stuff that require you to float in one spot, and now you can't do that. So I don't. But WoW doesn't care about breaking their past expansions or introducing new bugs into the game because they are gentle buttholes. Anywhere except for that thing. Okay, I will take a look-see. Are you reading anything fun, Monsieur Noodle? And I keep meaning to ask you about that, the space book again. But I feel terrible because I feel like I've asked 50,000 times at this point. Is it ready? Is this it? What do I do with it?
Warp drive active.
Do you just have to loot it, or do I have to do something? Carl. Nice. What do you mean dungeon crawler? Carl book, though. Is the book itself a dungeon crawler? Do you know any books? I used to love those, like, you know, choose your own adventure books. So do I have to go back? Can someone just tell me? No. Well, yeah, but like not Goosebumps, like adult books. No. This looks fun. RPG. Interesting. Alright, well, it's going on my list. Well, either or, I guess. But I meant, like, fantasy types. But if you have suggestions, I always like your suggestions. We are trying to make that one video game writing career agent mission area. What? Hold on. So I do have to go back. This is confusing. Chat, tell me what to do. I also realized that I kind of just like being told what to do by my video game instead of having to figure it out myself. And that's not an answer. That's a terrible answer. Riha, no, that's totally fine. No, but do I do this gate? Like, what is this? How does this work? What is this? What is this? Okay, fuck it. Let's just go into this gate for funsies and see what happens. Oh. I'm watching The Boys. Oh, I don't even know where it was placed. Never mind. I didn't even read that. Well. Do you have to like scan for it? Nah. $30 long. Jeez. Interesting. Sure. I'm down. You would get it from the station in system? But what station?
Warp drive active.
But like also, what do you do at a gas place? Oh.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Well, I guess we'll undock again and go check if there's like a box or something. But yeah, this is why I don't like doing these things, because I'm like, I have A, no idea what I'm doing, and B, it seems like there's a lot of like, you gotta think about it and figure it out, and I'm like, I'm a World of Warcraft player. We don't like to use our brain. It's like a, give me instructions, and I'll just do those instructions. Or more likely, I won't do those instructions. Because, you know, we're also...
Warp drive active.
You'd be dead now. Yeah. You need... Okay, so I can't even pick it up anyway. So there's literally no point for me to even try. Alright. Let me save... Excuse me, save that. What was the one that you were... The one that I've asked you about many a times, the one where it's like a whole series and they live on... Really? You didn't know this was gonna be a spicy book? Just judging from the cover, it looks like a spicy book. The one where they're, yeah, probably, thank you. I don't even have to finish the question. Is this a movie or a series, though? Or is it both? I'll watch this. What happened? Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, there's nothing around. It says you need to go into your something something in order to... have a gas pass key in your cargo hold by all ships. Signs it will not be consumed upon use, so the only problem is to locate the thing. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Anyways.
Warp drive active.
Oh. Civilian data analyzer. And I do have, is this, can I use one of these? Cool. Nice. But can't I be boop sneep snoop kind of thing? Neat? Question mark? Now what? Meh. The Expanse. Audiobooks now. I mean, like, I prefer to read, but then, like, I don't have the time to sit down with a book is what I'm noticing. And when I do have the time to sit down with a book, I have, like, a bunch of books that I'm currently trying to read that are, like, not audiobooked. Although I am trying to scan them so that I can, just, like, read them, like, read aloud them with AI or whatever. No, that's not clear to me at all. Oh, I see. That makes sense. It looks like a fun book, though. I'll get into it. I was thinking, like, maybe I should read more of these. Well, okay, because, one of the chatters the other day was talking about this game that he's building that's like harem based or whatever, and needed help with writing, and so I'm diggity down to collaborate on that project. But I've never written spicy books. I don't think so. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm just like, perhaps I do need inspiration. Dungeon crawler Carl. Interesting. When you say dungeon, like, when they say RPG, what does that even mean? I'm so excited to try it out. Is it like you get to pretend to be in the book? Like it's a first person type thing? Oh, the Explorer Career Agent. Alright, well, let's go back and let's go see. Fine. Let's try it. It's like if I can't figure it out within the first, like, 2 seconds, I'm like, fuck this. terrible. I have ADHD, okay? It's a good excuse. Oh, it did. I thought you said it didn't. That's good.
Docking permission requested.
I thought you meant rough as in like it's not
Docking request
it's not
accepted.
good. Just go into it blind. Carl is in fact the main character. But like what is like is it literary or is it literature RPG? Because that's what the description says. A man. What? A man, his ex-girlfriend's cat, a sadistic game show unlike anything in the universe. A dungeon crawler where survival depends on killing your prey. I'm so intrigued and so confused. What does this mean? Yet literary role-playing game is a hybrid genre blending traditional fiction with mechanics from tabletop or computer RPGs such as leveling up, skill stats, quests, and loot. Stories often feature navigating a virtual reality trapped in game-like world or living in a reality that operates under explicit RPG-like rules. That sounds like fun. You always read such fun books. I can't believe this one time a band came from America. Oh, jeez. Really good at writing spicy stories. Carl is crawling through a dungeon. Alright. Can I audiobook it or do I have to read it? I believe in you, Jopa. It's never too late to learn. do. Okay, career agent. Career agent. Which one? Explorer. But last time he wouldn't even give me a quest, this man. Why? Huh. Is it on Audible or YouTube? Let me look. Dungeon Crawler Carl, question mark? Audiobook, there it is. I'm excited. Audible, let's go. Okay. Cool. Oh, my library. Right. Yeah, totally. You can select him on the right window. This dude? What? Yeah, but even if I talk to him here, he also doesn't give me a quest. This was like the issue in the first place. Ouch. Which is kind of why I gave up on this whole entire career agent thing. Find a different exploration agent. Agency. Career 8, but there's only 5 of them. Yeah, totally. Do you think that's available in Canada though? Maybe they don't. I should check. But yeah, totally. Let me text you my email. That's wrong. No, that was right, not wrong. Merge brains with the computer, sorry. I sent it. Home agents and missions. Agent finder? Where do I find that? Nope. Doesn't exist. So complicated. So unnecessarily complicated. No songs. YouTube would hit me with a copyright infringement if I played music on my thing. No, did not. Look. This guy also nothing. This guy nothing. This guy nothing. like, that's why I kind of stopped going with those quest lines, because I was just like, well, this is stupid. And I have no idea why it's like that. Everyone's like, did you do the entrance quest lines? I'm like, well, I'd love to if I could. So, I don't know what that's all about. Well, yeah, but the rest of these guys never had anything to offer. It's hidden to right. Yeah, but I just don't want to bother with music. It's like, and then you get hit with, like, they decide that it's like a copyright thing, and then you have to deal with it, and just better not. I don't know where it is. You say hidden, but hidden where? Like, this is the entire screen. But I can't, there's, like, oh, I see. Okay, you can literally just move it this way. Tanks. How do I, so unnecessarily complicated. Alright, let's try this guy. Just like, you know what I mean? Anyways, this guy, anyways, I'm just yapping. Thank you, Ulf. Yes, for being helpful. 3 starter areas with those quests for each faction. Reha. Yes. Exciting. I don't know, it's a little bit of a nerdy game. They're like, you gotta figure it out yourself, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Why is there a cargo container now? Excuse me. I just want to be told what to do. To each their own, though. Send me to Dagestan. Morgan Wallen, ex-Monster Energy. Wow.
drive active.
I was trying to find this because the career agent was like not working. So I was trying to find how to get to the other thing of career agents, but I think we figured it out. Let's go see if he offers me a mission when I get there. Anyways. Do, 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 do. Ah, hello, Kick. How are you guys today? The dude with the duck sent us here. 'Tis going well. There are plenty of guides to things on YouTube, but you know what I'm not gonna do right now? Guides. Greetings, pals. I like your bees. I don't know how long you guys have been here for. I apologize. Usually Kick is like super quiet. Does not engage with me. But Riha, it's nice to see y'all. Adorbs. Adorbs.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, Geyser is not my forte. Yeah, I think it's just like the solo player in me doesn't really like the whole like, I mean, I say that, but then I spend a shit ton of time on like Wowhead, but even Wowhead, like it's just a forum, right? Like you don't have to actually interact with people. I don't know, Noodle, if you're still in here. Like, you know how it's like only playing Eve have I realized just like, hello, Wolf. Only playing Eve did I realize just like how antisocial WoW players are and how little we actually like interact with each other, whereas like with this game there's like so much interaction and there's so much like talking to each other and there's so much like a huge part of the game is like all the people that play it and they do all the tutorials and stuff for everything, and like I don't talk that often. But it's nice. It's good. I'm just not used to it, so I will absolutely Second Life. Yes, exactly. But it's nice. It's good. Like everybody's been very, very lovely. Like everybody's just been super nice, and like it's full of very nice people, and they like war amongst each other, but they're all very nice people. WoW does not have nice people. WoW has the opposite. Like we are dicks. Actively dicks, and on top of that we'll be actively dicks towards each other, and then we'll like dick measure as well too. Just problematic. But then I realize that I miss it and I love it. So it's kind of driving me back to the like yesterday we were in a, because I was like doing all the things and stuff, getting back into PvP, and we were in a battleground, and somebody in chat was like, "This is my first time here." Silence. Not a single person out, and I was just like, "See, this is us." Like if Eve, I feel like in Eve, if you did that, like so many people would be like, literally there's a dedicated chat called Brookie Hellbright that's just available there. There ain't nothing like that in WoW. And then they try every expansion to like make it new player friendly, but then it pisses off all the old players, so it's a whole ass experience. It's not the same thing. Technically, crochet is with a hook. Like I do both knit and crochet, and there's knitting over there, but this is neither. This is just a series of knots. Chinese button knot or the something knife knot. in a series to make a rope. They do sometimes use them for some sort of prayer type things, but that is not the purpose of... Hi, Redneck Randy. How are you feeling today? I was thinking about you. Yeah, it's like little round buttons. They're very cool. I actually really want to get the whatever book of knots. It's something like the Ashley book of knots. I don't remember what it's called. Book of Knots. And learn a bunch of knots. The Ashley Book of Knots. And it contains something like 3,000 knots in it. And so I was like, we're gonna just branch out in our knot experience and just make a bunch of these but with different knots. That would be super fun. Sorry. But also I've been wanting to learn different knot things. Hello. Different knots.
Active.
Nice. Congratulations on getting those out. I'm glad you are progressing. Hopefully progressing well. Oof. Yeah, do you know what happens if they don't put those in? It still comes out of you. It'll just make a tunnel. That's how our bodies work. Oh yeah, I've seen some gross ass shit in my days. But sure, why not? Let's look it up. Just for good measure. I used to want to be a doctor. I went into forensics, you know, but then anthropology took over, and here we are today, yapping on the internet about politics. Bulb-shaped closed suction device. Ugh. Sounds rough. Oh yeah, one of them sucky bags. Yeah, I've also had a reduction of the chesticles, but I didn't need any drains or anything, which is crazy. But I know other people that have had different kinds of augmentations and they did need drains. I don't know why I didn't need drains. It went very smoothly. But I'm glad you're feeling better. There's not. No, it's well, yeah, it's a long story how we got here. No, this is cuz so I'll show you. I do knit and I do crochet. And what I've found is it's just so I have the neurospicy brain. And so I like to keep my hands busy because it just like helps me continue thinking or whatever. But like this is the size of knitting, right? Or crocheting technically is usually the same size. This is the size of this, so if I want to like hand stem with something, it's much easier for me to like have something this small to do it with. I was taught how to do it at some point. And so then I kind of just took a liking to it. And now I just do it for funsies. And I kind of, at some point I'm going to place a bunch of these up for sale on me Etsy. But I just need to like finish a bunch of them and also decide, take photos and do all that jazz. As you guys have figured, I'm like absolutely terrible at like finishing up all the shit that I need to do. Time management is fun, but I just like end up prioritizing all the other things and then daytime activities. Nice. Good job. That's wonderful. Yeah. I bet. That's usually so much like just being outside and breathing fresh air and having that sun on you usually makes such a huge difference. But you seem to have a good attitude. I'm very proud of you, buddy. Good job. Keep going. Keep swimming and fighting that fight, Burler. And I'm glad to see you. It is good.
Web drive active.
That's good. You said till June you're probably gonna be there. What an adventure. And we're here complaining about our lack of human growth hormone. My sinuses have been so freaking dry the past few days. I've been just like waking up with like a bloody nose. It's been annoying. My body doesn't handle changes of temperature very well. My skin's like
Web drive active.
on my neck, it just like falls off sometimes. It's a good time. I have eczema. I make it sound crazy, but it does get crazy sometimes. It's not a good time. Not as bad as hospitalization, obviously. But anytime the temperature changes. Oh, ads. I was like, what is that?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Buttons. 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 Do 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 do. What were we doing? Oh yes, we were going to talk. Excuse me, talk to this dude. This guy, right? I swear to goodness. Okay, cool. Alright. We gotta go scan down an anomaly and do a thing. Okay, one sec, I'm just gonna finish this knot. But then I'm gonna run to the room of other. And I'll BRB, and then we'll get started on this mission. Do. Did you have any fun meals? Fun Jello? Redneck Randy? Okay, BRB friends. Do. I seriously need to switch back to my other chair. I am grateful for this agent giving me a mission because the other one wasn't. So here we are. Oh dear Lord, come on, man. Can you tell I'm spicy? Just the past few days. 'Tis okay. Alright, let's go do this. Will it tell me where to go? Thanks for your help, pals. Kicks back to being quiet. I'm sorry, friends. I need a way to do notifications on there. Perhaps I should just like separate them, but I don't know. I keep saying it would be nice to like have it all in one chat, but you need all sorts of tools for that. And I genuinely don't want to pay for any of the experiences. Oh, hello, there you are. How are you? Is Code Jesus? It's a great name. Where do we fly? Where do we go? What is this? How do I even know? Oh, because we need to scan it, right? Proof of discovery. Also, I think that's his beard. I think it's like a 5 o'clock shadow or some shit. Scanner.
Warp drive active.
No, you can't do that while warping. I sure did. Trying to, at least. It's literally like one every like, I don't even know, one every few streams somebody appears in Kick Chat. But usually it's just like a tumbleweed space. You know? There we go. Now I can see you guys separately. You are now inside a cosmic anomaly. But our people have already cleared the area. Okay, so sometimes there are pew pew opportunities. Where, sir? Oh. Orbit at 500 meters. From time to time you hang out on here. Nice. Have you come upon my account on Twitch as well, or are you just on are you a Kick person? How are we meeting on Kick? I stream to Twitch and YouTube as well. YouTube is generally quiet. Also, tomorrow, friends, we will be doing hockey again. It's our 4th game. I'm very excited about that. I will be not in my sleepy clothes. I'm also excited about that. Gives me a reason to like get dressed up and do all this stuff. Celebrations. Do 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 do. I see. Interesting.
Web drive active.
Such an experience. Not yet. World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is the big other one that I play. I'm getting back into PvP on that one. So I'll be oscillating between PvP and WoW. I've just started playing Eve. Sorry, between
Docking permission requested.
WoW and Eve.
Docking request accepted.
So I'm learning Eve, as you can see. But WoW I've been playing for many, many years. Too many years. Never too many years. Here you go, sir. I've done the thing you've asked. Give me the next one. Oh! A ship? Do I have to get in it? No, right, I am already in one. Well then why is it green? Anyways, whatever. Silly goose juice is what that is. What do you usually play? I also forced myself to go outside today too. I'm trying to make myself go on like a walk at least once a day because it's good for your mental health. And otherwise I get spicier than needed. Wait, but what if I have to fight somebody? I don't have any guns. Look how cute it is. All few in your creations are wonderful. So beautiful. Like a pumpkin. Prepare your way here. You need to report back to your agent. You've just arrived at this time. Use an acceleration. Yes. Interesting. Oh, and I haven't done my Duolingo today. Always forget. Always forget. What do you mean tonight's forecast? Oh, this was from 2 days ago.
Web drive active.
Okay, so take them both from where? Ah. Oh geez, several. I keep switching between them. Right now, Ukrainian, just to not disappoint the ancestors. I got into starting Latin, because I have found it to be useful. I did start with Turkish, but not that. But my main ones are Mandarin, that's like the top ranking one I have. Then Greek, I think. Let me read one sec. Mandarin, Greek, French are like my top ones. I'm also doing chess and math on there. And then it goes Arabic, Ukrainian, Spanish, Russian, Portuguese, and Latin. And music. But the top ones are, like the top ones I've been recently switching between is, I've been doing a lot of Ukrainian. Last year I was working on my Greek and my French, and then Chinese as well too, or Mandarin, but it's labeled as Chinese. It's not super different, but because like my first language was Russian, it's really easy for me to default to Russian, instead of like, instead of speaking Ukrainian, and like I'm trying to get back into speaking it more with current political circumstances. But also just to be able to like choose which one I'm gonna speak instead of just again defaulting to Russian. Cause Russian's Russian's the language that most people speak that were like in the Soviet Union, so it's just really like it's like English, right? Where it's like the unified language. But it's nice to know both. Yeah, technically I should also learn Belarusian because I do have family up there too. But they're all like you can all understand each other, but there's like different dialects. What is this? Noise. How was that, Titan? Who does good things? She sure is. Nice. Is this friend? It's a good time up here. Sometimes. It's mostly a spicy time up here. Nice. Good, good. Well, greetings, friend. Hello. But I'm liking, thing. Huge Eve Geek. Haven't played a lot lately, though. Nowadays, I most play shooters. I really want to get into, I don't know if you're still here, Coach Jesus, but I really want to get into, or I need to get into, Battlefield 6. That's the one. So, I'm learning all the FPS things. It is hard. Have a good night. Sleep well. Dream the sweetest of dreams. And count those sheep. Nice. You guys are always moving stuff. Such a versatile crowd. How was your Pew Pew adventure? Are we approaching it or what's happening? We are approaching it. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm like, when I was younger and growing up, like a lot of it just kind of merged into one language for me. And like my like certain parts of my family would speak more of like a Ukrainian, like more heavier Ukrainian than Russian, but there's like the difference is the semantics, that's not the right word. Syntax, that's the word. So it's like the way that you're connecting the words together and stuff like that. And so it's really interesting because but they would speak with like Russian syntax but Ukrainian words. And so I'm learning it now and I'm just like, oh, like that was just all Ukrainian, but they would like use like Russian connecting words. So it's just really it's bringing up good memories with like especially like older ancestors, not even grandparents, but like great grandmas and stuff like that. Is really cute, especially because like there's a lot of secrecy because like the war and communism and all this other stuff, and so like older generations are like so used to like not really talking about certain things. So the older I get, the more I find out about them, but just like through like happenstance and whatever. So it's interesting. It's a good time. I'm grateful to have the diverse family that I have. I've been very lucky to have them. It's been a bit of an experience, but tis been fun and cool. Oh my god, this is so slow. Why? Why are we moving so slowly?
Warp drive active.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Goonie. How are you today? Or how are you guys? Data site. Let's close this. What? Acceleration gate again? Noise. Do y'all have a time difference? It's 10:24 over here. It's always interesting to ask people what time zone they're in because everybody's in such a different time zone.
Warp drive
Like
active.
Booga's in the Tomorrowland. What time is it in Hawaii? .25 p.m. Looks like a magical place. Hello, did you? How are you? Oh, fair point. Fair point. 6 hours behind. That's crazy. Yeah. New Zealand is the rough one. New Zealand is, I don't remember if they're 18 hours ahead or I think it's ahead. I have friends there, and that one's the worst to try to get together. There's virtually like no time at which your time zones cross over reasonably, and also like makes space for like work schedules. Awful. Just awful. It's like we're either talking at like 7 o'clock in the morning or like 12 a.m. What is that? Doesn't do daylight savings. Yeah, so BC, I'm pretty sure canceled doing daylight savings. I think we should all just annex that. Chicago time. Nice, nice. How is Chicago doing? I almost went to university there, but then I didn't get it. Nice. Riha. I want to come to Hawaii though. I'm so jelly. Constantly. I just want to be on a beach somewhere. I just want to be somewhere warm. I like the ocean. I really like the ocean. I'm a fish, really. Is there any horrible, scary creatures over there that like to kill you? Not horrible necessarily. It's our own fault for being in their environment. I guess maybe the environment, right? The ocean. The ocean's not horrible. The ocean is lovely. The ocean just needs to be respected. Can also find writing signatures, these special signatures. I found this here. I'm already an archaeologist. It's too late. But also, this is not what archaeologists do. You don't just like retrieve valuable items and then sell them. That's the opposite of what they do. That's what unethical archaeologists do. They're not archaeologists, they're just looters. It's not how it works. In fact, most of the time you're not digging shit in archaeology because you're trying to like preserve it. Etika, and when you are digging, you do it like meter by meter at a time. Meter square. You do it centimeter by centimeter, but you do like a meter by meter square. And then you slowly scrape it off with like a brush, basically, or like a spoon, or like whatever else. A trowel? Is that the word? Wonder where my trowel is. I wonder where that went, now that I think about it. Use the gate to final pocket a gas site. Sharks and snails. You say snails like it's a dangerous creature. I'm afraid. Are they poisonous snails? Do you have poisonous frogs? Rained all day.
Warp drive active.
Huge. Everywhere. That's funny. Well, 'tis not the fall yet. I also would like to go to Chicago. Chicago sounds like a hoot and a half. Always liked the concept of Chicago. I was so ready to come live there. Oh my goodness. I would have probably caused a lot of wonderful things. An aquatic snail with a barb that will kill you. Of course there is. It swims? No, it goes along the floor. So if you can like step on it and die. Will they, like, do the sharks actually attack though? Or is it more or less safe to swim? I guess I never think about that when I swim in the ocean. I just don't think about the sharks. Or barracudas. I just kind of always assumed I'd just be safe. But I also don't, like, I'm one of those people that my whole thing, it's the Russian in me probably, that's like, because I've been taught, like, since I was, like, 2, the rule is, we had, like, the forest just down the street from us, like, the taiga forest, and, like, you just don't go in there. You don't go in there unless you're, like, a hunter and you, like, know what you're doing. Like, we don't have any of this, like, hiking shit over there because we're taught that there's bears in the forest and, like, that is where Mr. Bear lives. You don't just walk into, like, a random person's backyard, so you don't walk into Mr. Bear's backyard just like randomly. You go in there if you like know what you're doing, you know. So this whole hiking, what? Anyways, so same thing with sharks. Like, you know, I kind of tend not to go into the place where the sharks like to live. You know, if I'm gonna snorkel or whatever, just kind of do it in the right snorkeling place. But I do like playing in the waves. Excuse me. I don't know if you guys are in ads. Capsuleer needs to use gas cloud harvester. Oh, I see what you mean by collecting that gas. I can't say the thing that you actually said. YouTube will be very upset about that. Are used to make boosters. So it really do be that way, huh? Not all of them. Wow, okay. Interesting.
Warp drive active.
And I should organize my stuff. I'll probably do it off stream though. Wow, okay, so the snails are gonna kill you in the shore, in the tide pools, and the sharks will kill you if you're like out over there. Why did they come to the shore? Is it to like stay safe from the storm?
Docking permission requested.
Like, is that why they come
Docking
closer to the
request
shore?
Accepted.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm assuming that sharks exist literally anywhere that there's like ocean water. I think I've just lived literally in like a brain bubble where I've just assumed, because I've been in so many freaking ocean water. So I think it's literally just been like a hopeful thinking. One time in the Galapagos, we went to the Galapagos for like 3 days. We were in Ecuador for a minute, and then we walked into the airport, and they were like, we had 3 cancellations, because usually people plan their Galapagos trips like really far ahead of time. And they had like 3 cancellations, so we just got onto the plane and went. But we were long story short, I got heat stroke that time. It's a whole side quest, but basically the day after, or like the next few days after that, we went like on a little like canoe paddle ride, whatever, and we went into this lagoon thing, and there was a bunch of like, I don't know if they're called like nurse sharks or something like that. Anyways, oh no, they weren't. They were like, were they baby white sharks or something like that? I don't remember. They were some shark types, but they were babies, but there was like hundreds of them in this little lagoon. It was insane. I remember looking over and being like, oh yeah. But they were babies. I don't know though. I don't know how much damage like baby sharks do. Like they were like this long, maybe, like longer, whatever. But we were like, let's not tip over. How fast will said snail kill you? Their senses get confused, so they come closer to shore and bite more often because they don't know what it is. Huh. They must, yeah, they must also be, like, scared. But do they not, they don't, like, otherwise they don't really try to bite humans? Are we just like not edible to them for some reason? Bull shark can live. Not fast enough? What? I shall. Can live for short periods in fresh water. Interesting. Looks fun. That's a really pretty shell though. Is that thing that's sticking out of its face, or is that its nose? Crazy. So pretty though. Why do the pretty things try to kill you? Oh, that looks like a pretty brutal bite mark, dude. Wow. Never touch these. Is there octopi? Do not remove clothing, bandage over the cut. Or bandage over or cut. Fingertips, toes, visible to monitor for circulation. But how long? By a harpoon-like tooth. Rapid progression. Can cause generalized muscle paralysis. Put affected area into water as hot as the victim can tolerate to help break down the venom. Pressure, mobilization, wrap limb firmly to restrict venom from spreading. Do not cut the wound, try to suck out the venom or use a tourniquet. If you ingest it, I wonder if it's also poisonous. Cigarette snail, as some larger species are nicknamed this because it is said you only have enough time to smoke a cigarette before the venom causes death. That is terrifying. Oh my goodness. Makes me want to swim less. Ugh, that's really annoying, dude. Because, like, makes the whole swimming thing significantly less fun. That's how they get you. Yeah, generally in nature, anything that looks pretty, you should, like, go the opposite direction. Octopus fishing is a thing here. That's crazy. I wonder how you fish for an octopus. You don't fish for them, right? You, like, trap them. Seems like a hard thing to fish for. Ayo, we've done it. Well... we will not do that one because it's 10:40, but we will go do... We will go do a miney thing. We will go do that. Or we'll go back there and get into a mine. Yeah, we can probably do one mining thing. Yeah, that's so many danger noodles out there. I'm funny. terrifying.
Warp drive active.
All the pretty creatures that try to kill you. I keep having jaguar dreams. Anybody else? Who else was having jaguar dreams? Somebody in the chat was having jaguar dreams. I don't know what it is. And stick to the sandy beaches. Yeah, right. Okay, so if it's like the beach, then it's fine. But tide pools are also so pretty. Don't you just want to like hang out with them? That's and all, isn't there like jellyfish in the beach anyways? Everything's trying to kill you. It's fine. Whatever. Fuck it. Just try your best. If it's time, it's time. Whatever.
Warp drive
In Jamaica,
active.
they also have like a bunch of different jellyfish and such. Not with the murder snail. That's scary. Is it any of the murder snails will kill you, or is it like you have to get stung by like a particularly venomous one? That's crazy though. I want to see its tooth. Tooth. Cone snail uses a highly
Warp drive
modified
active.
hollow radular tooth as a venomous harpoon-like spear to paralyze its prey, such as fish or worms, and humans, apparently. These disposable barbed teeth are stored in a sack and shot from its proboscis at high speed, acting like a hypodermic needle. Some species' venom can be fatal to humans. Oh, jeez. Oh, it literally is a little harpoon. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. Oh, that one's being encouraged. Literally a little harpoon. That's so cute, though. If it wasn't so deadly, it'd be adorable. No, never mind. I was gonna say, not gonna lie, I kind of want one, but like I would absolutely forget and then shove my hand into the jar and then get stung, and that's how she would go out.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. No, fuff over here. Oh, that's crazy. That's why I live in Canada and don't go hiking. I've done a lot of hiking in my days, like, not gonna lie, but I don't like to, because why would someone do that? Why would I go outside? Why would I go somewhere where it's dangerous? I just want to play video games, really.
Warp drive active.
Crazy. Snails. But nothing on the land though? Yeah, and the ticks. The ticks is the other thing that we have here. But like, it's pretty easy to avoid the bears and the wolves and the moose if you just don't go where they live. Like, there's a lot of people that love going in there, but you're not supposed to hike in cities. Yeah, and in cities we also have, you know, people that are in the cities. We're usually our own worst enemy in these cities. Ridiculous people. Also, like, in Northern Ontario, we have polar bears. Like, why? Why do we live where polar bears live? It's ridiculous. We don't. There's actually not a lot of, like, even, like, roads that go up to Northern Ontario. Canada's not a very settled place, to be honest. Not that it needs to be. Huh? What? Ah, yes, thanks, friends. For in-game chat, I appreciate you all.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I should try. I will see this. I just like, I worry about losing ships. It's meant to run if you get jumped and will take L1 and L2. Which is fine. Yeah, okay. I will do that. I'll do it tomorrow. I also had a little bit of a boycott of that style of ships, but I guess we'll get over my boycott. Maybe me. I was having like weird like connection issues for some reason. But I don't know, pals. You let me know. No, it still says it's good. I'm sorry, friends. Mr. Trout's drinking the moonshine. 'Tis true. Moonshine is fun, though. I was thinking about Ray and Nephew today. That's something I really wanted to do that. Yeah, it says good quality, so it might just be a variation. I wonder if it struggles to stream to like different locations. Like I wonder if depending on where you're at, it streams differently. If it's like farther away or something. Also, I wonder if the stream reaches everybody at the same time. Or if there's like a delay. Like not just depending on internet, but just like depending on distance or something like that. I don't know. Alright, let's do one miney thing and then I'm going to go to sleep. I absolutely love this ship. Is it this ship? It's this ship. Yeah. Look how pink it is. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh no, because we had to go somewhere else for a mine, don't we? Yeah, we can do one. I sure am. It's almost 11 o'clock. I try to log out at around 11. Just because I wake up early. So 'tis best to get that rest. And I know tomorrow is Saturday, but I do like a whole seven day week where every day is the same day. But tomorrow we have that Flyers game, game 4. I am beyond excited for it. It is going to be the time. I really hope they win so they can get some much needed rest. And also so that we could just close this freaking chapter. Not think about it anymore. And then I don't know what we're gonna do for the next series. We'll see how it goes. Cause like this series, we like psychologically dismantled Pittsburgh. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what our weapon is against the rest of the teams. Perhaps it'll be the same. Perhaps we'll just like start beef with literally every single team that we have. Which is an interesting approach, but fuck it, why not? It's not freaking Pittsburgh's approach. Silly goose juice. Silly goose juice. Noodle, are you still at work or are you finished work now? 'Tis the end of the week for you. 'Tis It's the end of the week for all of y'all. It is good. Must be exciting. I did so much studying today. It's absolutely lovely.
Drive active.
I'm getting my certificates for the programming for full stack development. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very excited. Thank you. Diving into the paperwork. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You can do it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at, oh man, let me go check when the game starts. Drink water.
Web drive active.
Eight o'clock the game is starting, but I'll probably be on a little earlier than that. Probably, I'm trying to start at 7 and just make it like or like just after 7 usually. Make that like the schedule just 7 to 11. But y'all know how I am with time management. Always starting
Docking
later
permission
than
requested.
that. It's my favorite thing to do.
Docking request accepted.
Just be late. I don't know if we should bother with this. Okay, 1. We could do 1. Just 1. That's a reasonable one. See? Let's go. Oh no. Thank you though. I hope you too rest well. If it is close to nighttime for you old school gaming.
Web drive active.
And tomorrow, I don't know, maybe we'll do a split? No, we'll do... Yeah, maybe we'll do a split. I'll do like a... I'll probably do a little bit of WoW in the beginning. But I'll probably do Eve. I feel like Eve... Excuse me. I feel like Eve is like much more conductive to my focusing. On like outside activities. This bad boy. What am I doing? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's large. I'm excited to read this Dungeon Crawler Carl book. If you're like excited about a book, it must be good. Oh yes, we didn't. Pew pew. Let's go. Same thing, yeah. So it's just a series of knots. I don't know what it's gonna be. Usually, like you either tie it like this, and then it can be used as like a bracelet / meditation rope, or just belly beads. or whatever else makes you happy. Whatever you want to use the rope for is what you can use the rope for. But I've just been making a bunch of them. Like, I have a bunch. I have like the orange one that I'm working on, orange and black one, and then I have this like blue one, but I have literally like, I don't know, like 40 of them at this point. It's just something to keep my hands busy. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna sell all of them. Like I said, I'm gonna sell them all eventually. I just need to find a way to finish most of them. I'll put like charms and stuff on them. Ooh, thank you. I'm excited. I will check that out. I'll let you know. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate your book suggestions. They're always great. Maybe I should reread. I don't know. I tried, because it's like sometimes I'll try to reread books. I really liked Wizard's First Rule. Like, it still is like a staple of my brain. You know what? Maybe I should try to reread it now. But it's because I like remember books and stuff like that, that like it's hard to have that same experience where you like haven't read it before. But I really liked that. Like, I like the idea of like, you know, just like fantasy and adventure, but also there's like a little bit of like romantic tension. You're like, oh no, will they, won't they? Like the whole, like, you know, it's a little like princess storyline coded. Not really, but sort of, in my brain at least. And I think that's just because, like, you know, as a young girl. So I don't know, I feel like it satisfied all those appreciations. But I just like, I don't even know how to like even start looking up books in general, like how to sort them into like piles of stuff, or like, you know, people will give you suggestions, but then like it's like a meh experience or something. There's a lot of people reading like spicy books lately, but I'm not specifically like so like anytime like a girl gives me a recommendation and it's like a spicy book, like I'm just not that into them. That's not my first choice. Like, it's like usually the writing's like not that good, and it's like it's just spice, which is great and totally fine for some people, but it's just like I want to be like also stimulated by the story. What else am I reading? I'm reading a lot of like non-fiction lately, or like mythology, but just to kind of catch up on my mythology. So I don't know what else is on my list. Yeah, I have like a lot of ethnographies on my list, a lot of like random like literature. A lot of like kind of depressing books. I'm trying to get through Beljar. I did finish Infinite Jest though. That was a great book. That's now on my top of my list of like favorite books. And as soon as I finished it, I was like, and now we should restart this. That was great. To finish it was great. Like, I now understand the people that do finish that book. It's like a whole different experience than if you don't get through it. Fantastic book. Ooh. A cyborg. Interesting. What's YA? Yes. I need to make a running book list. I feel like I keep making book lists and then I keep forgetting where I made it, and so it's kind of everywhere. That sounds like a great book. Oh, young adult. Eh. Why not? Give it a shot. Like, it's like, the writing's a little bit less, whatever. I remember how much I liked Of Mice and Men, and then I reread that lately, and I was like, this is not the same as I remember it. The storyline's still great, but it's not as, like, not as emotional as I, remembered it. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been nice to talk to you. Reha. I will read and or listen to most of those, and I will, I'll let you know, or some of them. I'll start whichever one. Thank you so much. It is nice to see you. Good luck with your paperwork. Paperwork. Do 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 do. It's ads. Oh no. The ads have returned. But yeah, I'm very happily watching The Boys, just binging it. That's been super fun. Because I didn't want to for a while, but now I'm like very into it. I spent all day today watching it, and it was great. Excuse me, friends. We should come up with whomst we want to raid out to. I think I'm gonna raid out to Autonomous Donk if you guys are down with that. But if not, shout out your suggestions now. $5, $10, $15, $24. Have a good night, Ulf. Thank you so much for your participation as well too. I appreciate your help and patience with me. Thank you for coming. Have a good evening. Sleep well, all of you that are going to bed soon. It is good. Get rest. Drink that water. Oh my goodness. I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna need to, let's do my Duolingo actually. While we're here. Sleeping now, not sleep in the store. It's also interesting because, like, I'm pretty sure that Duo, like, tracks your whatever, like, collects cookies or whatever, and then, like, does the thing in contrast to, like, whatever it assumes is, like, closest to your thing. It just feels like a personal attack sometimes. You're like, stop. Stop watching my keylogs. I do not know what they were doing. Що ти робиш у магазині? We do it like this. Do 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 do. Slowly but surely. Are we just too... Should we get closer to it? Will that help? No. This is within... Oh no. Very tasty, yes. They are doing something new. Riha. Actually, we can braid my hair while we're here. Since we're here. How many of you guys are excited for the FIFA World Cup this summer? They're coming to Toronto. Everybody's getting real stoked for that. I'm stoked for that. We're cheering for West Ham, although I'm not entirely sure if they're... Oh no, that's not how it works. Because it's the whole country, right? The UK. I guess we're cheering for Canada too. I always end up cheering for, like... just cause issues by the teams I'm cheering for. People are like, how dare you? I'm like, well, as I dare, sir. And this is how we sleep. Keeps it do I have to like stop humming that because I'm concerned that I will get hit with a copyright strike. It's very annoying. It is not fair. It is not fair. Alright, perhaps I will just cut it here because we're not going to wait for it to go. Alright, sweet friends, I love you all very much. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you guys have a good evening. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Whomsoever wants to come. I will be on around 11. Good night. Good night. Don't cry, wolf. I'll be on between 7 and 8, and then I'll be on until 11 as always. It'll be a good time. Good night, Morgan. But yes, drink water, sleep well, guys. Dream sweet dreams. Tell you about your bow. It is, I don't remember, I think it's 25 pounds. It's a recurve, as you can see. I shoot it sometimes. The reason it's strung is because I shoot it still sometimes. Yes. I've lost a bunch of my arrows, so I do need to get a bunch of new ones. I have some hunting tips with it. Not that you would really hunt with that bow, because it doesn't have enough like power for like hunting. Probably, like it. Well, maybe depends on what you're hunting. I'd also cry if I tried to hunt something. I would cry if I'd heard an animal. I would cry. But it is one of my favorite things. It is lovely. I like it. Do you do the bow things? Archery. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, that's awesome. How lovely. That sounds magical. How did you get into that hobby? Sounds like a lovely hobby. Lovely hobby? I'm tired. I'm excited to stand. But that sounds wonderful. Do you shoot only recurve, or do you shoot compound as well? I only have that one. I would love to go to like an archery range, but there are not many near me. So I wish there was, but there is not. There's one like further away, but I don't drive, so. Nice. Yeah. I am yarn string right now. Let's talk about weird hobbies. I listen to murder podcasts for funsies, like, yeah, the weird hobbies. Nice, me too. I sew. I like to sew. If I could make bows, I probably would. That seems like a really productive hobby. Yeah, I would definitely cry too. But yeah, I have literally the target is under my desk. I too. It's fun. There's something really satisfying about shooting a target. And the sound that it makes, I feel like it relieves a lot of my stress. So, you know, you shoot a few arrows and you're like, you know what, that thing I was worried about, I think I'm okay. It's kind of like jujitsu, but with a pointy tip. I keep my hunting tips around though, because they're pretty, and I don't know, they're nice, but I can't shoot them at anything, because if I tried to shoot them at a target, I'd ruin my target. If I tried to shoot them at a tree, I'd ruin the tip, like, you know, so I kind of just stare at them and just stare at them. We'll see eventually. Maybe if and when I go back to Toronto, I'll join like an archery range or something. But I'm not like good by, well, I'm for a person that doesn't really like practice or do whatever and started not like that long ago, I'm not like, not horrible, but not a professional by any means. Wow. That's beautiful. That's awesome. What a fun hobby. Congratulations on having a cool hobby. I'd love to get into that. Again, perhaps one day. Well, that day is not today. How did you get into it? Must require many tools. Much learning, but what a craftsmanship thing to do. There's also, I don't know if you probably can't see it, but it's a Cthulhu head that's hanging there. Like the green thing that's hanging from the top. That just came off of like a drink thing. I don't know if you guys know about Stormcrow, but there's this place called Stormcrow Manor in Toronto, and it's like a board game cafe type thing, board game cafe / bar thing. And so I can't, it's like stuck in there. I keep my like brushes in it, but this is like the bottom of it, but then there's like the head. It's really cute. So I hung it on my wall. Cthulhu. Because I'm an H.P. Lovecraft man. That's another book I need to finish reading. There's so fucking many books. Awesome possum, we did it. We mined that rock.
Warp drive active.
Already past. I'm gonna turn this in and then I am gonna go sleep. It is 20 whole minutes past 11. I'm always like, I can do it on time, and then never ever. That's okay though.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Do do do. Okay.
Always must we strive to show them our worth. We are the chosen, blessed above.
I was like, sir, I can sense you in here. Okay. Yeah, basically. Just basically every time. Shiny stick. Yeah. It is a good time. Chocolate butter. I'd love some chocolate butter. It's a good time. Okay. Good night, sweet friends. I am gonna go now. It is now past my bedtime. I must sleep. It is good. Okay, good night. Thank you so much for all the conversations and adventures. I appreciate you all very, very much. We're gonna go raid out to Autonomous Donk, actually. That's a good idea. Riha. Copy. Thank you, you as well. Alright. Gigi, have fun. Say hi to him. Be nice. It will all be well. Drink water. Drink water, guys. It's good for you. Get rest.
educational facilities protect them from the threat of corruption, because their purity is their salvation.
Do 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 do. Oh, jeez. Alright, good night, pals. Yes. Sleep well.
Surround yourself with the faithful, stand together, for there is no strength like it under the heavens. Book of Missions 71:21. Go forth, conquer in my name, and reclaim that which I have given. Book of Reclaiming 22:13. Command a fleet for the glory of Apr. yourself with the faithful. Thought is the instigator of sin. Scripture shows the way. Upon sins and sinners to be laid for absolution. We are his shepherds in the darkness, his angels of mercy. Book of Reclaiming 445. Join a fleet, fly logistics for the glory of a mile. Empress rules Holder, as Holder rules Serf. Yet all under heaven serve the Lord. Empress Catus